Hello everyone and welcome back to another Age of Empires 4 commentary. I am Beyond and thank you so much for joining me. And today on the map we have Dazuki as the English player, currently I think ranked 24th. And up top we have Give You Anxiety, who's currently ranked 60th. So high level class for sure, which is per usual of what we look to find. This is on obviously season 4, so there's going to be some new build orders, some change ups from what we've normally seen. But I do think that the openings will be a bit standard. As you can see, house into gold mine into kind of the beginning of the game is going to look very similar. Obviously on this map with little ponds, we do have the addition of these shoreline fish, which is going to be excellent for both players to kind of take advantage of, as you can see, almost doing it instantly. So it looks like they're going to be going for the fishing boats over here. Gives you anxiety for the Abbasid, so it looks like you can just dart back and forth. Give You Anxiety is obviously a content creator, so I will leave the link to their content in the description. And thank you again so much for all the support on the past couple of videos, getting definitely more subscribers than I would have imagined in my first month. So if you're new here, please do drop a like and subscribe. It means the world to me, and I look forward to. I'm going to be casting a ton of games in Season 4 and over the next couple of months. So hope to just build as much of the community as I possibly can. And let me know any questions, comments in the description below. So obviously in the new season, there's been some changes to the Abbasid, where they can get aggressive early if they want to. They can also just kind of sit back and relax, kind of like the English can as well, right? Honestly, the English can do early aggression. They can also sit back, get to age 4, and just turtle. So both are very good if you are similar to me and you are closer to 30 than you are 20. If that APM isn't quite the same as it used to be, both civilizations that are pretty good at it. Obviously, cavalry, stuff like that plays a major role, and it just, as you get later game, it's more of a ball versus ball instead of like kind of like the Mongols or the Ottomans, where you're going to have a lot of horse, a lot of cavalry, and doing constant attacks, kind of like the French. So we do have the Council Hall landmark, not the Abbey of Kings. We're not going to see a king today, unfortunately. It looks like we're going to probably see a bit more of an early, at least an early timing push on Suzuki's part, just to see, probably just going to check out, see if we can do a bit of damage, or they can do a bit of damage, see if they can kind of see what extent they can do. And it might be an all-in push. We'll have to wait and see if we start to see the battering rams come out, stuff like that. And if we take advantage of the new and improved Council Hall, which allows you to do all of the range units at the same speed. So before, obviously, it could only do longbowmen, but now it can do crossbow. And also, once you get there, for some reason I can't remember the name of those units, but the ones that shoot guns. It will come to me eventually. But they can also do the upgrades as well, which gives the English a unique advantage that they didn't have before, which is they can actually now defend kind of that HRE French Knight kind of rush with armored units. So interesting to see where Dazuki takes this. We have obviously mass expansion of getting all these food resources for both players. And yeah, pretty standard. Nothing too crazy coming out. We'll have to wait and see. There's the House of Wisdom going down. We'll be interested to see which wing they go for. Economic, military, probably the economic wing for Fertile Crescent, but we will have to wait and see. Love the Give You Anxieties monument in the middle. Looks great. It's just easy peasy for Dazuki. Just Age of Empires 4. There it is. Yeah. I mean, that's not really. I was gonna say that's just a scout. So Dazuki, a good run by, seeing kind of what the layout is, waiting to see what wing we're going for on Give You Anxiety's part. Dazuki very far ahead, honestly, in terms of the H2. We have 3 archers coming out. Yep, 3 archers in queue. And we have the barracks with the standard spearman push. It looks like it's going to be about 2 to 3 spearmen and about 3 to 4, maybe 5 longbowmen. And we're going to see some early aggression, because that's what the English do. They're able to produce archers so quickly, rather than other nations. Obviously, other nations would have to put down an archery. Oh, we're going with the trade wing. So not culture wing, Um, so we're going to go with the trade wing, which it looks like they're going to be trying to set up some really spicy trade back here. Interesting opening. I think it's been, I think obviously, as I mentioned in the last video, there's going to be a long time before the meta is found. And even when you see all the videos of like, this is the new build, it's the new build for now. There's going to be some changes to it. There's going to be some upgrades to it. So it looks like the English player is going to be going, Dazuki's going to be going for an aggression on all these fishing boats. Obviously, Give You Anxiety only has, do they have nothing to really, yeah, they have nothing in production to kind of help with this at all. So it does look like these fishing boats are going to go down, or at least going to stop them from fishing, which is also super important. We have a stream of units, so up to 6 archers and 4 hardened spearmen that are going out, which is, oh, there we go, not losing another one. But it does look like they're going to stop completely. I love this positioning here from the spearmen, so even when the boats pop out, they can instantly get them. We're not seeing anything else. There's the feudal age coming out. We have the interesting. We have an archer ship being produced to secure these resources, which I mean it is important. I will say there's a civilian going down from these 6 longbowmen, but definitely not something I expected to defend this with, is because that obviously that boat is just going to be there. You can't move it around. So if the English sees this and decides to back off, which is what they're doing, that boat will only defend over there now. So if the English player does not go over there, not going to bother with it at all. Preventing the gathering of wood on both sides, which is really tough. I wonder where they're going to go get it. Probably over here. We already have 3 traders out from this trade wing. We have some early walls going in, and there's the market over there. So over in Dazuki's base, we have the pretty standard. Still streaming a few units. We're up to 9 archers over here, and they're taking on the ship, which is not good at all. If they lose this ship, this archer ship, it's gonna be really, really bad. Dazuki's in a really good spot right now. Has complete map control. Let's see if they can leverage it essentially. I'm not sure if the build order of the trade wing into this like early aggressive build that Dazuki's going for is the best kind of way to handle it. Obviously, the complete map control allows Dazuki to take all these little pawns, which is civilians. They don't have to worry about any defense. Already up to 9 hardened spearmen. We're going to go up to 11, I believe, after these 2 pop out, which means that there's the blacksmith. We have no technology popping out yet, but a very, very sizable force. 2 civilians taken down on gold. I believe this one's going to go down as well, because there's nowhere for it to go. Yeah. And with this force over here, that fishing boat's going down too. Oh no. And it gets back inside, luckily. Give You Anxiety going for cavalry to take on all the stragglers approaching, which is really good on them. But if they do decide to ball up with these spearmen, they'll be completely safe. This is a pretty big army to just be running around your base constantly. Obviously, Give You Anxiety's economy is definitely hurting from all of this. Starting to catch up in civilians as well. We'll see if the English, and they're going for a 1+1 upgrade on archers, which will be really, really good. Another archer boat coming out, which again is good in theory, but it's really hard to defend the rest of your base. Give You Anxiety has no gold coming in at the current moment. And I mean, unless they continue to produce a ship per pond, it's going to be incredibly, incredibly hard. Oh. This horseman going down, that archer going down as well. So, obviously, trying to get archers involved as well to take on all these spearmen, because these horses will be useless without it. If we go back here, what do we see now? We now see the upgrade to early man-at-arms, which means we might be transitioning seeing the composition from Give You Anxiety. That is not the fight you want with these horses. Get them out of there. Oh, this is catastrophic. Losing 4 horses. Nope, only 3. Losing 4 horses that 3 horses that early on for essentially nothing is really, really rough. Trying to gain some map control back, I believe, with this horse decision, but the trade really hasn't started to kick off just yet. It's getting there. How many merchants do we have cruising around? Give Anxiety's gold starting to really pop off now with the merchants, which is where are they? There they are. There's the traders. They're just kind of cruising around. So we're really starting to ramp up. So if Give You Anxiety can kind of continue to turtle and hold off this push, they will be successful in this game. But with this much early aggression, that's the... Please move these. Oh, that's the 4th going down. Up to 16 archers. We're going to start to see some man-at-arms as well, which will be the pseudo-tanks for this army, including the spearmen. And there we go. We have the Siege Engineering Workshop. So Suzuki sensing blood in the water, knowing full well that this was, I wouldn't say greedy, but it wasn't the early start that without the turtling aspect. As you can see, the populations are crazy. Suzuki's army is much, much bigger. And honestly, there's not really anything that can really stop it. And there's 3 Dow ships that are pretty heavy investments, over about 250 resources, that are stuck in ponds. They're just hanging out. They're just right there. They can't move at all. So, and obviously, once the fish run out, they're even more useless. And there goes one of them, which is not good at all, which means that fishing is going to be stopped right there. We're building up. We're building the archer tower to get the English bonus. We're doing an aggressive stone, which I'm assuming that when these civilians come in, they're going to start to put down a castle as well once they get to H3. But that goes down as well. This is just like, I don't even know. It's going in alone. They're just like, come on. It looks like a counterattack with horsemen, but the English are pretty good at defending. They can just get inside the castle, get inside the town center. Another one going down as well, which is what I expect. These archers are going to be preventing any civilians from essentially coming out and doing any real damage to this. So it looks like the stable's going to be going down. I don't think that one will finish up. I don't see any civilians being pulled to heal it. So we might want to cancel that horseman before it. There it goes. I wonder if he's going to pull it back. Nope, he's not. He's going to keep on rolling. One house going down already. And, I mean, it looks like it's pretty much GG. There's 3 more coming in. With the heavy investment into this fishing and trade economy, there's not much that they can really do to prevent this. We have some good harass over here, but we have 3 men-at-arms coming back, which are essentially going to be enough to defend this. And there's 1 spearman, which is going to do a lot of value. And that's a lot of their force. And really, really smart by Suzuki, taking out the military buildings for the Abbasid, knowing full well that Suzuki's going to have a streamline of archers coming out of the council hall, but they really can't. Give You Anxiety really can't match that without the back end. Obviously, it has created a lot more infrastructure back here, but those original ones were and moving up towers in range as well. I believe it's stone tower. Defensive building, going to be using it to make sure that these are kind of fortified as well. We have no civilians still being pulled yet, though, because remember, there's only archers in here, so they can't pop out, as we've seen in the past with like 3DB's micro, where they popped them out and killed these things. If this goes down, it's going to be pretty much GG. I don't see how Suzuki loses this one with this sizable force. All these units kind of being cleared out, doesn't really matter, and there they go in a line. And just all the archers pop out, but again, archers can't do anything to these battering rams like civilians can. There's the civilians finally being pulled, but you do not want civilians with this many men-at-arms and this many spearmen. They've created a wall, absolutely getting torched. 25 workers killed already, and it's only going to get worse and worse. And it's just an absolute slaughter at this point. It's just a firing range for these archers. I'm assuming they're either typing something in chat, it's gonna be GG and any moment, because obviously there's no civilians being produced anymore. That's it. Everyone they lose, every trade at this point for Dazuki is a good one. Sure, these horsemen, I mean, it's just pretty much desolate at this point. And there's the GG. Excellent game. I think it was incredibly greedy to go for that kind of blind trade. Trade wing. Don't know if Giving Anxiety thought that they could hold it, or they weren't going to be facing such a timing push. But obviously, with the early barracks into the council hall, we knew we were going to be seeing something, some sort of aggression out of Dazuki. Excellently played. Obviously, not a huge difference. Not a huge difference, but this season there's still English gonna be incredibly strong from the feudal age all the way up until the late stage of the game. They're incredibly strong right now. So if you are an English main, rejoice, but also know that the nerfs are definitely be coming. Again, thank you so much for all the support, and I'm going to be keeping up with these casts. So if you want to see more, please do drop a like on this video and also subscribe. And please do comment anything you want. It really does help the algorithm, and it helps me more and more people find me. So thank you so much, and have a great day.